Find your rhythm with TD Clear, a whole new take on credit, with no interest and a simple monthly fee, so you always know what to expect.
Wonderful Friday evening. It sure has been a day. Holy. What's up, LNC? Good to see you. Yes, please, everyone hit the like button. That would be awesome. Um, oh, dang. LNC already owns the chat. Thank you. Appreciate that. 5 of you lucky people are now members of this channel. What's up, Pharaoh Chinchilla? Good to see you. All right, cool. I'm caught up on the chat. So anyway, yes. Nice. Okay. Those gifted memberships went to wonderful homes. There is 2. One is a. Okay. What's up, Brinnon and Brinnon? um, I will get to that in just one second, I guess. As always, please check out the links in the description down below, the links that are in the chat as well. Support the channel, support the cause and the goal of the channel, support the people that support the channel, and everybody love everybody, and be happy. Quit being so freaking sour all the time about absolutely nothing. Life is good, and it's summertime. Well, it's springtime, but the weather is nice, and everything is awesome. I have been a busy guy today. Um, Before I get into that, yeah, let me just take a moment. You may have noticed there's a new channel in the chat tonight. It's going to be very, very interesting. I, being an all-knowing, all-seeing, interdimensional being, happen to know a little bit about what's going to be going on. And I don't want to spoil it too much, but if you are an animal lover and interested in, I guess you could call it true crime and corruption, go ahead and check that channel out, subscribe to it, and get ready for some wild stories. Just the teeny tiny, not even tip of the iceberg. I've I've heard rather. I see with my ears. Yeah, there's gonna be some wild stories over there. So if that's something that interests you, feel free to go check them out. Thank you, Pharaoh Chinchilla. You didn't have to super chat me to promote the new channel, but you know what? Thank you. Pharaoh Chinchilla and LNC officially own all of your souls. It does sound warm. That's actually great. I hadn't thought about that yet, but it totally sounds like a law firm. And that is a law firm that I would use, go to, put my trust in, all the things. Paid promotion, generally, paid promotion means you get paid to promote a product. But hey, you know, I'll take it. I'm not going to complain. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. I guess to kick things off, first and foremost, I have been working my butt off to get this video out to you guys tomorrow, and it is coming out tomorrow. I'm thinking high noon. Um, Unlike the fake people that think they know that is a lot of people nowadays. I don't know what it is, but it seems to be a recurring theme that everybody seems to think they're an attorney now. I don't know. It's almost become like trendy to be like, I will do whatever. Most of the time, it doesn't even make sense. I'm gonna do you because you were mowing your own lawn, and I could smell the grass. Excuse me? I don't think that's how that works. But yes, I've been working really, really hard on this video. It will be out. I'm thinking noon my time tomorrow, which would be 2 or 3 in the afternoon for everybody else. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about that, or what time I should try to have that out by, and I'll make it happen. I love that there is nothing about what we are doing that is drama. It's real life stories, events, and ongoing occurrences that deeply impact animals and people in good but mostly bad ways. I don't want to spoiler alert anything, but y'all are just gonna have to tune in to find out, aren't you? You heard it here. Probably not first, actually. They've been doing a good of promoting themselves, but you did hear it here right now. And if you don't want to upset Eduardo, you will subscribe and turn your notifications on so you'll know when the first video comes out. um but anyway, yeah, I've never seen anything really like the video that I'm doing done before. um it's kind of a combination of speaking on mostly mental health and recovery. And what's up, CJ? Good to see you. Um, and all the things we tend to talk about here on the live streams, with a mix of not only skating, but a little bit of the process of skating, and also just kind of, I guess the overall theme is how we can all improve, and I hate saying the word battle, but how we can all improve and navigate through whatever mental health may be happening. But yeah, it's really cool. It's been really fun. I have been editing it most of the day. I had a couple of things to do this morning, did some work around the house and stuff, but I've been in edit mode for far too many hours now. What's up, Sean? Been in edit mode for far too many hours now, and it's turned out really, really good. Really proud of it. Don't Don't blink out on me right now, computer. I'm gonna wait until I make sure my stream comes back. I think I'm good. Okay, I think we're good. Shit, I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, no, it's been really really fun to make, and I've worked, I think, harder on this video than any other video I've ever put out. Um, so I'd really like to see this one do well. You know, every YouTuber ever says like and subscribe and share video and all of that, but it would mean a lot to me if this one actually got shared around and put in, I don't know, 1,000,000 people's eyeballs would be great. Can happen. But yeah, I do think everyone is going to enjoy it, and stay tuned, I suppose. So yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and commit to tomorrow at noon my time. So 2 Central Time, 3 East Coast Time. And we can all gather around and enjoy. Sounds weird to say, but enjoy a little. But with that, I think that's my shameless self promotion for the day. Um, there will be. I'm excited for tomorrow's show. Awesome. Yeah, it's going to be different but fun. So there will be more to come. I'm learning. I am the pinky, and the other Brennan is the brain. I mean, you know, one of you is pinky, and the other. You sometimes one of you can be the brain, and then when the brain needs a rest, the other one can be the brain. It'd sure be nice if I had another brain. I'm starting to understand why every YouTuber hires an editor, but I guess I'm taking applications. Eduardo will pay you in what is probably my cut of the top ramen. But other than that, things are going pretty well, I would say. I don't have any other real major updates at the moment, but I guess it's just nice to have sort of found I don't know if I want to say purpose, but to have found that spark again. I think it's very easy to get caught up uh, in the rhythm of everyday life, and yeah, just forget to live a little bit. Forget to enjoy however long it is we have here. None of us make it out alive. And I see far too much I guess just dwelling on negative shit, dwelling on what can go wrong ultimately. And I'm guilty of that myself. I never sit up here and pretend I have it all figured out. In fact, 90% of the things I talk about up here is shit that I'm actually going through. But I do think, yeah, like I said, it's easy to get caught up uh in the cycle and forget to do the things that really make you tick, really make you feel like yourself. And I know for me, like, I get very excited when I see new YouTube channels popping up and people starting this adventure for themselves. I know it's not for everyone, um, but it is very, very fun, and it's a way to, I guess, express not only creativity and yourself, but when you get really hooked by, I mean, you could say that about anything. When you get hooked in doing YouTube or, I don't know, knitting or playing a sport or writing, whatever it is, it's a great way to kind of keep that fire lit in your soul and like stay excited about the next thing and what's to come. As I've been thinking quite a bit about this over the past week or so, I do think that a lot of the not so great mental health, not only here in America, but I would argue throughout the world, comes from exactly that. Comes from not having some sort of an outlet, some sort of a way to express yourself and feeling like honestly like a machine. Like you just, I guess not everybody, but a lot of people, like if you're, I don't know, yeah, I can say this from experience. If you're a fry cook at a nondescript, non-copyrighted fast food establishment that may or may not have a giant M as their logo, it's the same shit all day, every day, and nothing ever changes. And it's quite literally like Groundhog Day. And I think if we get caught in that, I guess that groove of everything being exactly the same, yeah, it might be comfortable. It might be familiar. It might seem like almost like a cushion in a lot of ways. But also, I think it doesn't allow for the mind to really work and really be stimulated with critical thinking and creativity and doing what the brain is supposed to do. Our brain literally was evolved or created 2024. I can't say anything offensive. But it's literally the whole purpose of it is to take in the environment, make sure there's no tigers, and then figure out how to navigate and survive and problem solve using the things you have around you. Like, that's why we figured out how to take rocks and make them sharp rocks and put them on the end of a stick so we could have dinner. And I think there really is something to keeping your brain active, keeping your brain consistently having to work and not get bored. Oh, what's up, Brady Marsh? Hello. How are you? Hello there, everyone. Looks like I need to like and subscribe to a new channel. We'll also sign the petition. And also subscribe to my channel. Yeah, I don't know. That's just kind of some shit I've been thinking about over the past, I don't know, 3 days or so, probably. And it's been a very interesting. I know I'm talking a lot about the video that's coming out tomorrow, but that's definitely not promotion so that everyone watches it. I am subscribed to you. I would hope so. Although some of you out there, I can see my analytics. Some of you out there watch this channel regularly and haven't hit that little button yet. But no, I also think that it's a great way to sort of kind of almost take inventory of yourself. Like, do something that, whatever it is that you do, whatever your thing is, yeah, do that and get the endorphins in your brain and just kind of notate. Like, obviously I did it in video format, but even if you just wrote it down or like put a voice memo in your phone or something, and then you can kind of look back and really examine if there is a cycle, what that cycle seems to be, or if it's just random. Is it really just random, or is there something that happened 10 minutes before you did the thing that was making you feel a certain way? And then how much does it really matter after? Also, in a weird sort of way, at least for me, in a weird sort of way, I've remembered that I don't necessarily feel like myself unless I'm covered in bumps and bruises and feel like I've been rolling on the concrete for a week, because that's essentially what happened. Hey, Bryn. Good to see you. I'm happy you made it. Hey, everyone. Super happy of your video tomorrow. Also, thank you to everyone that is going to the new channel with an amazing reason and cause. Yeah. Yeah, we got a lot of, now that I'm kind of thinking about that. We got a lot of new happenings happening. I think a new chapter is upon us. And I don't want to say that the past doesn't matter, because obviously it can teach you lessons, it can help you grow, it can. I mean, we talked about this on the last show that, like, I wouldn't change anything that led me to here right now. But also, I think there's a lot of people in the world that are kind of at the same point that I am at, and that I know quite a few others that I talk to in my personal life are at, where a lot of people are ready for the next era. Like, everything that's happened up until now, great. I think a lot of people are ready to embark on new endeavors or reignite old endeavors or whatever. Everyone seems to be embracing the change that I am going to contribute to the eclipse that happened not too long ago. Oops, my PC is fickle tonight. I feel you. My laptop is mad at me. I was trying to. I got down. There was 2 more clips that I ended up going through and making like 6 more clips out of, but there was 2 more video files I needed to go through, and my computer just did not want to do it. Right before the show, I was just like furiously clicking. I was sweating. My shirt was off for some reason. It started thundering inside my house, which is wild. And it just like did not want to cooperate. And then like 15 minutes before showtime, it was like, oh yeah, you can have these video files now. It's like, hey, thanks, computer. Appreciate it. But I also do think that is sort of a prime example, like, where I would have been freaking out typically, like, oh my god, my computer's not working and I got to do the show and with everything is against me right now. I was a little bit in a hurry because I was on a time crunch, but I wasn't like freaking out about not getting something done. I was like, yeah, well, it'll work or it won't. And if it doesn't, I guess that's just more footage I can put out at a later date. I overloaded my phone transferring files. It got hot and told me it needed a break. Oh, mine does that too. That is legitimate YouTuber problem. When I put all this footage onto my computers, yeah, by the end of it, I like went to pick it up and it was like I may have been able to cook an egg on that thing. I was like, oh my goodness, like, okay, time for all technology to have a break. Also, thank you to the new organization that is giving $1 for every photo, name, or piece of information that one puts out. So in a way, I'm grateful for the. Oh, Interesting. Okay. You know what though? I back that. Huh. If that's not the definition of karma in motion, so awesome, turning hate into kindness, such a great organization. Yeah. No, for real. I really like that. I can't write a check with my mouth that my actual bank account can't cash, but I would love to do something like that. Just help people out. I don't want to stir up any shit now. Just help people out based on the fact that they have been put into not great situations. That's a wonderful cause. I think whoever started that organization needs a promotion. In fact, Eduardo just promoted them to uh, head chief executive chinchilla kung fu master. So I don't know who that person is. I don't know what the organization is, but they're head chief chinchilla kung fu master now. So you just have that information, and I don't really care what you do with it. That's great. On a positive note, random side note, since we're going to talk about positive things that are happening, uh, according to all all at one of the medical tests I've had done, um, apparently I'm healthy again. So that's always good news as well. That's great news. Yeah, yeah. It's a weird spot. It's a weird spot to be in, but although they can't say everything because we don't know everything, they can pretty confidently say like, uh, don't worry about it unless like something crazy happens, in which case probably the E. But up until if and when, like, pretty much you're fine, dude. Which is also a very very big, not only stress relief, but again reason to just enjoy life and kind of reinvent myself once again, as I've done. I don't know how many times. Couldn't count them on my fingers and toes. I know that much. Something about that that letter was powerful, and it's an amazing way to show how much has been said. It's well over one. Oh, the donations. Yeah, I mean that's what I like about stuff like that. There's so much. negativity and hate and evil and hurt in the world, like, not when you put it into monetary value like that, it's mind blowing. But also, to take monetary value and actively use it to do something awesome and to actually support an amazing cause, again, like, it's literal karma in motion. Oh, you're gonna do something? Well, okay, watch how much good happens to someone else. All right, so my internet went out. That's cool. Hi everybody. I'm back. I was wondering why I got the buffering ring of destruction. And then I looked and my Wi-Fi just decided to turn off. So here we are. Yes. Hail Dave. Dave is one and one is Dave. And may the Dave be with you on this blessed of days. Stay tuned for station identification from the CV. Yeah, Eduardo, figure it out, man. Get the internet that gets propelled out of your eye patch eye figured out, man. I know we're on the high seas, but dude, this is like the one thing I need you to do, man. Well, that and drive the ship and read the map and catch the fish. And I'm basically just here to tie the knots on the sailboat. That's pretty much my whole job. That's so lame. Okay. Throw back the trollfish. Yeah, fair enough. I love this style. I don't, though. It's a real pain to do it on my phone. I can do it this way, and it's fine, but yeah, this isn't my favorite way to do it. I would much rather actually have a setup to be able to do this. And I think give me 1 second. I think we might be back. All right, let me. And just like that, I'm back. Um, let's see. Silly question. Do you have a mobile hotspot? You could turn your phone into Wi-Fi. I can. It has never really worked well for me. All right, there we go. Yeah, I can, but it doesn't put out enough Wi-Fi to actually do anything. I tried it. What was I? I was doing something. I don't remember what I was doing, but I did try it one night, and it almost made it worse than when my internet just flat out wasn't working. So I was like, okay, welcome back. That's my only Wi-Fi for years, but it works well. I mean, could just be my phone Wi-Fi or my computer. My computer likes to not work with me when I need it to work with me. I'll put it like that. No internet, but that's very true. Yeah, that's a very good point. If I could get it to work, I'd be all for it. But no, it just hasn't worked for me. I don't remember what I was saying. I was like making a legitimate point when it cut out, and I don't remember anymore. I think I was talking about karma in action and how good it is to see people do good unto others instead of everyone just be shitty all the time. That's true. If it didn't work well, it wouldn't work for me either. But I stream Netflix on my TV from. Actually, I think that's what I was trying to do. I think I was trying to. I must have been trying to watch something. I don't remember, but yeah, I know I tried it, and it like not only did it glitch out my computer, at a certain point my phone started glitching out too, and I was like, "What? Okay, I guess just no is the answer to that." My scatterbrain is all over the place today. Um, Eduardo, I blame you. This is somehow your fault, and I think that you turned off the loud on purpose. I think you did that. I think you did that just to be a dirty little rascal. I wish I had more like updates for you guys. You know what? I will. I'm gonna say I've come to I feel an angry present screen recording. Well, yeah, that's probably a good point. It's so ridiculous, man. Like, I think I think there are people out there who haven't had to like truly be uncomfortable, haven't had to truly figure it out and make something for themselves. Like, when I think about all of the trying to cut everybody off at the knees, all of the dog eat dog in the world, which you can hear more about if you tune into the Brinnon and Brennan channel. Um, but no, when I think about it, it's really disturbing that there are people out there who literally spend more time trying to fuck up somebody else's hard work than just doing hard work for themselves. Like, not only all the wasted time and energy, what's up, Chalkboard? Not only all the wasted time and energy for themselves, but literally trying to take away potential opportunities for someone else to better themselves and for someone else to make a better life for themselves. Be flattered, I guess. Stalkers have too much time on their hands, and that's a sad life. Well, I didn't see that comment before I started that spiel, but yes, exactly. And I mean, at this point, I kind of am like, they're not only proving a lot of my points, but for showing me that I am relevant. Because there are times where I think like nobody cares about the little channel I have going on, but like obviously people do. So there's that. Thank you, Feral Chill. I appreciate it. Spread love, not hate. Yes, I agree. Spread all of the love. Love is, I guess, not the only thing, but definitely the most effective way to suffocate all of the hate. And then I'm not going to say we're going to have a Garden of Eden and we all get to stand around and sing Kumbaya, but at the very least, it would give everybody a more pleasant existence. Also, thank you for the memberships and the supers tonight. You guys are funding the CFALs needs a new laptop, obviously, fund. So, appreciate that. You guys are literally keeping this channel going. Not that I wouldn't do this anyway, but I don't know. I've made this spiel 1,000 times before. More quality equipment I can get, the more quality content I can put it out, the more joy I can spread to the world, and then again, everyone's happy. This really is my way of spreading. There's not one right or wrong way to do it, but this is the way I found that I can do it. Dang, CJ, member for 7 months. Feral Chinchilla, member for 6. Who do we have now here? We have LNC, Feral Chinchilla, and CJ officially own all of your souls. So, sorry about it. It's all coming full circle. Free promotion and all the hate. Every word for all people and entities that have been done wrong. There's $1 for each. That's how I see it. I mean, it turns out that when you live your life trying to do good, trying to uplift others and support others and make the world a better place in general, turns out at a certain point that, I don't know if you want to call it a favor, but that favor is repaid and comes back around. Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. Sorry guys, I'm in editor brain mode today. Oh, it's truly, the world is hard enough. We don't need to be mean to each other. We need more kindness and understanding in the world. I agree. As somebody who's felt misunderstood pretty much the entirety of my life, I agree. Like, we don't always have to agree with one another. We don't always have to see the world in the same way. We don't always have to have the same values, the same morals. We don't all have to be cookie cutter humans. But I think coming from a place of understanding can get, coming from a place of understanding can get you a lot farther than coming from a place of, I understand. Okay, well, apparently, are we good now? All right, I think we're good. Apparently, Brittany is getting her wish. I'm finishing out the last hour like this. I don't know what's going on. It's not even like stormy or anything, but whatever. All right. I'm back again, everybody, and I guess I'm doing it this way for the rest of the show because I'm sick of my laptop's bullshit right now. Eduardo, did you hack my laptop and you're just back there like turning it on and off at your will because you think it's funny to see me struggle? Dang, thank you, LNC. sharing love with my family. Thank you, Feral Chinchilla. Carney Army for Life. Hashtag home group. Hashtag double hashtag home group. Dang. We got double hashtags going on. That's what's up. I need to actually make sure. Okay, yeah. 2 C-Files for the price of one. I know, right? Normally you have to pay double for that kind of thing, but I'm in a giving mood, so today it's free. Did someone give it to me? Did someone give the computer to me? Is that what you're talking about? If that's what you're talking about, the answer is yes, but also I checked. And also, if that said person was going to do something, it would have been just about a year ago. Yeah, that's the whole thing. I'm not even going to get into it, but I love the sarcasm. Sarcasm is I was going to say this as a joke and then I thought about it. Sarcasm is kind of my love language. I am a sarcastic dickhead about almost everything. And I'm sure it's probably annoying to people, but you know what? It makes me smile. So there's that. I do have. You probably need more memory. I did just upload 125 or something new files onto my computer the other day. So yeah, that's fair. I should probably clear some stuff off of it. In the same way, rarely do people understand. Yeah, it's. I also don't. I don't think a lot of it is not understanding. I think a lot of it is just not being willing to see any other perspective besides your own and just thinking that like everybody's life is the same and like if I feel this way, doesn't everybody? And chances are no, probably not. Chances are maybe there's a few people that feel the same, but 98% of people are going to feel completely differently about anything and everything. I mean, look at music, for example. Some people are like the most diehard uh Garth Brooks fans, and that's their entire jam. And other people want to puncture their own eardrums when they hear country music. So, like, if you apply that to everything in life, it really is like Yeah, how are you going to expect everybody to see the world the exact same way as you see it? That's what I'm trying to get at here. Dang, thank you, Feral Chinchilla. I think I can still see. I'm going to try something real quick. All right, yeah, I'm still on. Nice. Okay, so I can. Um, thank you to Feral Chinchilla for the generous donations and keeping the uh what are we calling that? The dollar for your thoughts donation drive going? Is that what we're calling it? I actually just realized something. I'm going to try this and we're going to attempt to see if maybe this works. I don't know if it will, but no shame in trying, I guess. All right, let me just go like that. I got a I got a brand new tripod for filming skate content. Is what I thought it was going to be for. And shout out to the amazing person who helped me get that. But I think that might actually come in handy right now. Let me see if I can make this work. Wow, so this is a complete disaster. Hi, everybody. I'm back again. Um, figured it out though. As I was saying, a super wonderful, awesome person who is very special to a lot of people on this channel helped me how do you say that? I got a freaking tripod for filming skateboarding. That's how you say that. But I don't know why it took me like 10 minutes to think about that. It will also work for this. And you can see my cool art in the background. Hello again. Love this too. CJ smiles and waves. Okay, well, now I feel like a now I feel like one of those TikTok ladies who's got a ring light and a phone set up. And also, I have to sit up straight so it will help my posture and my back. And I guess in the theme of promoting the video that's coming out tomorrow, please make sure your notifications are on so that you will, in fact, know when it's coming out. Spoiler alert, it's coming out at noon. But yeah, you're going to be able to see a distinct change between cup cam, where I just stuck my phone in a coffee cup and, made it work. And the day that I got this tripod and was able to properly film skate videos the way I wanted to, it's a complete game changer. And I'm super grateful, and you know who you are, and I love you for getting me this tripod and many, many other things. But yeah, this thing's a shit. Also, which brings me to another uh, thought I had earlier. Now that I can do this, and I guess if we want to talk about positive things that the universe has to offer and making the best out of any situation and turning, what is it, spinning straw into gold? Isn't that what that one lady did in that fairy tale? Either way, um, now that I know this works, I did think about the fact that as long as I make sure my phone is charged before I start, I could start doing like on location lives where I could, I don't know, be at the skate park or be somewhere and do a live stream from there. Um, in terms of a live stream at the skate park, I feel like not only could you guys do live trick requests if you wanted to, which we'll see how that one goes, but also it would give a little bit more insight into what it actually takes to do that. And like, you guys could see all of the tries from start to finish and see that sometimes it is just kind of a game of luck. Like sometimes I try something and I'm like, I'm going to be here for 2 hours and I just do it. And sometimes I'm like, okay, I'll do this fun, easy thing and it'll take me 5 minutes and I'm there for 3 hours. It just, it's a real lesson in patience and perseverance and not giving up and keeping going, and just a lot of real life lessons there, you know? Just because you slam and take one to the hip and it hurts for a little while doesn't mean you shouldn't get back up and keep pushing and keep going and keep doing. So yeah, I guess let me know down in the comments if that's something you would be interested in, and where I guess you would want to see me do a live, or what you would want to see me do if I were to do a live on location somewhere. I don't know, I can set it up and you guys can watch me like paint my house, like talk a bunch of shit and tell me how terrible I am at painting, or uh yeah, I don't know, feel free to give me some ideas though. I would definitely be up for that, and I think it would be a fun time. And also, I think that's going to bring me back to one of the original points I was making a second ago, in terms of like, I guess there's kind of two sides to it, much like life and the way everything works. But firstly, I'm obviously pretty bootleg style doing this live for sure and doing the entirety of my channel, quite literally trying to make something out of nothing, which I think, in terms of looking at the more positive side of it, gonna move you guys over for a second so I need my troll tears. It's important. But in terms of looking at the more inspirational side of that, yeah, I guess sometimes you have to be willing to bet on yourself and be willing to just try something and work at it and make it work through all the ups and downs and lefts and rights, and just keep going no matter what and never give up. But also, in terms of why anybody would want to try to cut somebody off at the knees when doing anything is already difficult enough. Like, whether it be a YouTube channel or whether it be trying to start a business or running a marathon or like whatever it is, at what point does it seem like a rational or morally okay decision to try to, to try to make something harder than it already is for somebody? Especially when you don't know, like, what that person's situation is. You don't know what that person is already currently going through. Yeah, you just don't know. And I think it's easier to be like, oh, grass is always greener. Take me, for example. Oh, look at Seafowls. He's doing a YouTube channel and skateboarding all the time and selling people's souls off in the chat for super chats. And it seems like it's all rainbows and unicorns, but like, the reality of it is, I have my struggles too, just like everybody else. And there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that nobody knows about and nobody needs to know about. It's nobody's business, but I think it's also an important thing to remember that, like, everybody has stuff going on behind the scenes. And you never know what's going to be that thing that pushes someone over the edge or pushes someone to the breaking point, or, I mean, gets someone to give up on something that they love and are passionate about and care about, and something that makes them happy. I've seen a lot of creators throughout my time being a YouTube watcher and being a YouTuber. Actually, now that I think about it, there's a couple in particular that I can think of off the top of my head that have been going through some stuff and dealing with some toxic shit trying to run a YouTube channel. And all of a sudden they were gone for a while and came back and were like, yo, I was done with it. I didn't want to do it anymore. There was no fun in it anymore. It was getting to be too heavy. It was getting to be too hectic. I just didn't see a point to it. And I've felt that from time to time. I'm also just stubborn. I'm just, if anything, I'm going to do something more out of defiance, but I completely understand that. And I completely understand how it feels to legitimately be kind of weighing the option between do I keep something, do I keep doing something that I love doing and that makes me happy and that is a part of who I am, or do I just give it up because ultimately because of other people who again have no idea what's even really happening opinions. I've come pretty close to that a couple of times. And for the record, no, don't stroke your own ego out there. I'm not necessarily talking about anyone in particular when I say that. But I am saying there has been times where things have gotten so muddy and so blurred lines and boundaries have been crossed and shit's just gotten gross to the point where it really was like I will have less joy in my life if I stop doing the thing. But does that also mean that I'll have less problems? Because, like, it sure feels like it. And to get some sort of satisfaction out of that is honestly, if you want to get real open and deep here, talk about some real shit, that kind of an attitude from other people is a big part of the reason why I'm in therapy right now. And I mean, I don't blame anything on anyone. I know I have to have control of myself and my emotions and my destiny ultimately. But really think about that. Getting someone to the point of mental torment that they need to be in therapy. And again, don't flatter yourself, YouTube. I'm not in therapy because of YouTube. I'm in therapy because of assholes that were in my life in the past that completely suck at everything. But there is something to be said about that. Like, yeah, like mentally hurting someone so much that they, I don't want to say get set back. I don't want to say get set back, but that they have to take time out of an already finite life to try to undo all the shit that happened that wasn't even their choice to begin with. Like, if I fuck up, I fuck up. I take full responsibility for my addiction and everything that happened while I was under the influence. And, like, that's on me. I did that to myself. But I did not do a lot of other things that have made it very hard to exist in life. There's a reason I'm gonna call myself an enigma. I like that word. There's a reason I'm such an enigma. And ultimately, it's because, without getting too deep and personal on the internet, because God forbid anyone tries to, I don't know, share their own story in order to help others to not go down that same path, or show even more others that they're not alone, and try to inspire people that they too can get through whatever it is they're going through. God forbid anyone ever try to do that, you know? That would just be evil. But yeah, ultimately the reason is, and some of the things that I talk about in the video that's coming out tomorrow, 12 a.m., 12 p.m., not midnight, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, is because I've had to morph the way I look at the world around me for survival, yes, but also now that I'm out of all those situations and that outlook does not suit me, if anything, it's hindered me from a lot of things. Now that that's the case, I have to spend hours every week trying to undo all the crazy shit. And while I am a advocate of therapy, I do think it's very helpful. I definitely think that therapy is a good thing, and it's good that it exists. I also see the other side of that, where it's like it's taking away precious time. The only thing we really have at the end of the day, when you cut away all the other bullshit in life, is time. It's always moving forward. You never get it back. And there's only so much you're going to have an opportunity to do. And again, there's kind of the caveat there is investing the time in therapy to make the rest of the time you have even better. But there's also taking time, having to undo unnecessary fucked up shit, takes away from the entirety of the time that you could have been doing anything, doing whatever you want. Super happy for you. Thank you, Brittany. I'm about to tell my story, expose some things that's been happening. I'm I'm sure there's a lot to talk about. That could be that could be a week's worth of content right there if you want to put it in content terms. And that's awesome. Um, I definitely think you should. I think everybody should. It does take a takes a certain amount of not only confidence within oneself, but also a certain amount of just, I don't care what other people do, to come out and tell your own story. And really, ultimately be incredibly vulnerable and know that, like, it probably will be used in some very shitty ways by some very shitty people. But at the very least, you also know your voice has been heard. And there is some form of validation to that in some ways. This has been a very mental health centered episode, which is good. I just did not know that's where this was going tonight, but you know what? Much like everything else in my life, I'm here for it. I'm along for the ride, and I'm just trying to surf that wave, just like the rest of everybody. I don't know how to segue into this next part, but on, I guess, a little bit of a lighter note, so to speak. Um, yeah, yeah, I guess you would say on a little bit of a lighter note. New chapters are happening. New opportunities are coming to fruition. And as much as there is a little bit of fear of the unknown, I guess, things are going to be really looking up. And I have incredibly high hopes for where I'm going in the next, I don't know, six months to a year, however long it takes for everything to fall into place. It's going to be the next chapter in my life is going to be something that nobody ever saw coming. And I think it's going to, again, be very telling of just how much we as human beings can actually overcome. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to jinx anything. Um, they sound what sounds intense. The next chapter of life. I I don't know if I would say intense. I would say exciting. I would say full of opportunities and growth and yeah, just full of I don't really know what it's going to be yet. Above the trees? Uh I don't know what you mean by that, but yes, I intend to go all the way up, above the trees, above the earth, above all the planets. I intend on being all the way on top of everything. And I intend on bringing people with me, not leaving anyone behind and not pulling anyone down on the way up, but bringing the people who have truly been there for me all the way up with me. And I guess honestly, time will tell how many of those people there's going to be. And I guess ultimately, that's their choice. I used to take things very personal. I used to question people's choices and actions, and yeah, I used to take it real hard, but that okay, well, there's a clip of me saying that on the internet. But at this point I've come to realize like people are either going to be with it or they're not. And the only thing you can really do is grow a turtle shell. I don't know. I feel like there's an analogy here. The only thing you can really do is not let people's knives stab you in the back when they come a swinging. But I'm also not trying to swing back anymore. I'm not trying to waste time on arguments or disagreements or petty bullshit. And honestly, a better analogy here, I got it. I knew it would come to me. I just needed a second. Better analogy would be just keep walking forward so fast that people can't even catch up behind you to be able to stab you in the back. But also make a mental note of who is running behind you so that you know when you get to the ladder that climbs up to the top, you don't let any of the other people borrow said ladder. That ladder is yours, and you can share it with whoever you want to. You know what? I'm sticking with it. That got real philosophical there for a second, but I'm a philosophical guy. I'm basically Plato. Also, I am searching for Atlantis right now. Spoiler alert, that's why me and Eduardo are on the boat. We are searching for Atlantis. And much like Plato, who claims he found it or he saw it, I forget exactly how the story goes, but yeah, that dude was convinced he knew where Atlantis is. And me and Eduardo are going to find it and prove him right. What's up, Michelle B? Good to see you. I'm happy you made it in. I'm using a different format because tripods. I hope you're having a good day, though. It's always nice to see everybody in the chat, you know? I guess if nothing else, we can confidently say that this community shows what it is to really be a community. Everyone, your names come in and out of the chat, and if we don't see someone for a while, like, there's no hard feelings or whatever. It's just the next time that name pops back up, everyone's like, oh my God, hi, friend. I'm happy you made it. And there's literally never any, like, I've had people get, again, I'm not going to call anyone out here, but I've had people literally be like, oh man, I haven't talked to him or interacted with the channel in such a long time. I feel like it's kind of too little too late. But like, nah, man, shit happens. I get it. Come on back in and we're all still going to be here. I ain't never leaving this platform. I can say that much. And especially when, I'm done saying if, especially when things go the way I think they're going to, I'm going to have even more of a reason to always be on this platform. And I think that's another kind of lesson, I suppose, I've been in the process of learning lately. I've been busy with my grandbabies. Oh, okay. Well, that's what's up. Good for you. Spending family time and enjoying the grandbabies and hanging out with your daughter and her husband. That's what's up. I hope that's been an amazing time for you. I hope the grandbabies aren't wearing you out too much. um, but yeah, I think the ifs in life, I think that whole concept needs to be completely taken out. There should be a win or a not gonna happen. Oh, they are wearing me out, but in a good way. I feel it. I'm wore out in a good way. But yeah, I think there's too much if in the world. If this, if that, if I, if they, if. Nah, man. When I do this thing, it's going to be awesome. Or I'm not doing this thing because, right, it could be any reason. Could just flat out come down to, like, don't want to. But I spent far much time in the if category. And I think it's costed a lot of I think it's costed a lot of chances not taken. When you try something, even if it doesn't go very well, at least you tried it. And it wasn't just like, if I do this or if I don't do that, until you just do nothing because of all the ifs. Or there's always a chance that I'm just a complete lunatic up here talking to my phone on a tripod and nothing I say makes any sense at all. But I tend to believe I have a pretty, maybe not always rational, but a pretty useful outlook on things. Think there should be room for error. I mean, yeah, there should always be, I guess, should always be backup plans, but if you want to get to a certain destination, every backup plan from A to infinity should include getting to that destination, which is why I said when, not if. You may not know what route is going to take you there, but you're going to get there. I was going to say eventually. I don't want to. You're going to get there one way or another. I almost spilled the remainder of my troll tears. That wouldn't have been good. Little known fact, when you spill troll tears, the leprechauns are hired to come clean it up. And I think we all know my thoughts and feelings on leprechauns. Yeah, guys, I've been very philosophical today, I guess. Very deep thinking, probably because I had therapy this morning, but either way, I've been thinking very deeply about a lot of things. Been thinking very deeply about a lot of things, and I don't know. On the one hand, at least I can say I have a clearer picture of where I'm going. Um, and you guys are just going to have to stay tuned and stay along for the ride to see where that destination is. But once again, everybody, um, please stay tuned. Make sure your notifications are on. If there was ever a video to support on this channel, I would say it's the one I got coming out tomorrow. So I hope that I see you all there. I hope that everybody enjoys it. I don't know. I hope maybe you can gain something from it, or maybe it helps somebody else out. But I do know one thing for sure is I've had a lot of fun making it, and I'm definitely going to be doing maybe not the exact same thing, but more stuff like that. And as always, I urge everybody to please check out all the links in my description. Check out all the links that were left in the chat tonight. Um, check out the new channel. Everybody go support the people who support this channel as well, and spread the love, share it all around. And don't take for granted the truly good people that you have in your life. Also, check out my Patreon for more behind the scenes and exclusive content you're not going to get here on YouTube. Obviously, the merch store. We got you on any of your CFALs or your Witchy Sisters or your custom merch needs. And I think that's about all I got for tonight, really. I appreciate you guys for being along with me. I appreciate you guys for listening to my ramblings tonight. I hope everybody stays tuned and stays along for what's coming in the future. It's going to be. Hey, thank you, Michelle B. At the very last minute, Michelle B. and Pharaoh Chinchilla and LNC. And I feel like there was one more. And CJ officially own all of your souls. And you're not going to have a chance to get it back until tomorrow at noon Pacific time, or 2 Central time, or 3 Eastern time, in which case you can buy your soul back then. But I appreciate everybody for being here tonight. Appreciate everyone for hanging out. Appreciate everyone for supporting me and this channel. And I appreciate everyone for being kind and for spreading the love and for trying to make a positive change in the world. But like I always say, don't ever let anybody steal your voice. And don't ever let anybody try to use your story against you. But with that, I will hopefully see you all tomorrow in my chat. And until the next one, peace out, Carney Army.